What's going on, everybody? I know that it's been over 2 years since I posted my last video here on YouTube, and way back in 2018 I focused primarily on obstacle course racing, and here we are, 2021. I want to start fresh, and I want to start making content about anything and everything that interests me. And so that's going to be a lot of video games, a lot of health and wellness tips and advice, perhaps nutrition, and even some cooking in between. I want to see where this goes. I think it'll be fun, it'll be interesting for everyone. And with that being said, I got a Nintendo Switch kiosk. Now, if you're a collector like I am, or just a gamer in general, we all know that these kiosks, store kiosks, whether it's a Switch or PlayStation, Xbox, or what have you, these are highly coveted, very elusive, and not everyone is going to be able to obtain them because one, it's heavy, it's bulky, large. You would have to find ample space in your game room in order to accommodate something like this. Also, they are easily snatched up by either resellers or other fellow collectors. They just know how to get to them. And lastly, they don't come cheap. They're very expensive, especially if a reseller gets a hold of them. And so with all that, not everyone gets to have one of these holy grail items, as we all would like to say. So I got very lucky. I'm still in disbelief, you could say. So this video is focused primarily on this Nintendo Switch kiosk. For future videos, I'm going to do a full game room tour 2021, something that I've never done before. But for this video, it'll be the Nintendo Switch kiosk. I partially restored it, and you will see. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do like it, please press like and hit the subscribe button. Spread the word. I want to. Let's do this for 2021. Here we go. Alright, to begin this short video game room tour, we would have to go through this very narrow aisle. That's only about 1.5 feet of clearance. That's because in the way are these two 3DS display cabinets from GameStop, which I managed to get after a few of them closed and went out of business around my way. They're in front of these vintage arcade cabinets from Nintendo, Mario Brothers, and Donkey Kong 3. But because these 3DS cabinets are in the way, they're basically unplayable. I can't pretty much reach around them and play these arcade cabinets. But Miss Pac-Man and the Dual Screen Play Choice 10 are highly playable, nothing in front of them, so that's good to go. Now let's make our way over to the corner where the Nintendo Switch kiosk is located. And here it is in all its beautiful, magnificent glory. Now, my goal for this corner really is to make it look like a Nintendo store. And in order to accomplish that, I had to make everything more or less like a red to go along with their logo and their theme, their motif, which is red and white. And so what you see before you are items that have been in my collection already, and the only thing I had to add was, of course, the Nintendo Switch kiosk itself and the red pegboard over there with the black hooks. And to officially begin this tour of this corner, the Nintendo Switch corner, we'll start over here, and we have a 2015 Super Mario Maker banner that everyone received when they purchased their Mario Maker for the Wii U back in 2015. I don't know if every person received one, but I got mine in the Nintendo store here in New York City. Now, to begin the pegboard, we have several unopened, sealed packs of Pokemon from the latest expansion packs, and also a few packs of amiibo cards. Remember when these were very hard to come by during the early days of the pandemic? I mean, these packs went for like $40 a pack, and sometimes, depending on the card rarity, Some of them went for $80 to $100 per card. So I'm glad these got restocked, and I'm sure they're still highly sought after. As for these Pokemon cards, well, they're Pokemon cards. So these are the latest expansions, and right now they're just face value, $4 a pack. But as we all know, it's Pokemon, and they could probably go up in value in the next 20, 25 years. So start buying them and just put them away and see where it goes. As for the rest of the pegboard, I have some socks. I got these Lego Super Mario mystery packages. I have a random Mario figurine. Also some Legend of Zelda enamel pins. Got several different ones. I got Link, the heart, and another Link with a Triforce. I have an Animal Crossing LED watch, very cool. I think it, look at that, it turns on. I have a Game Boy Color watch as well, very cool. But one of my favorite pieces here is, of course, the Game & Watch Super Mario Bros. 35th Anniversary Edition. This came out several months ago, way back in October, and these are still available. You can find them easily in Walmart or Best Buy. And once again, these are limited edition. So I think for everyone, they should buy them if you don't already own one. They're very cool. They are fun to play and fun to display, or just left as is like that. And of course, once these go out, you're no longer gonna find them. And yes, they will skyrocket in value. So get these right now. They're still easy to find. They're still available. Get them, highly recommended. And going down even further, we have Mario question block keychain. And then here, this is from the Nintendo. I got this from the Nintendo store here in New York City around 2015, I believe. And these are also Game & Watch mini classics. And I got two different ones. I got Mario Cement Factory and Super Mario Brothers. These are remakes of the original 1980s Game & Watch, just in miniature keychain form. They had a whole line of these, and they had two releases, I believe. A couple in the 90s, and then these were the re-release of those re-release. So very cool. I wanted to open these, but I forgot to, and then I forgot about them altogether. And then when I built this store-themed kiosk corner, that's when I remembered all about them, and now they're hanging here, and they look awesome. Look at that. And then lastly, at the bottom, very bottom of the pegboard, we have my boxes for the two Joycons, two different colored Joycons. You have the Switch grip holder and this really nice looking Super Mario iHome Bluetooth speaker where Mario is coming out of the pipe over here. Looks amazing. And then an unopened box, unopened amiibo of Samus Aran and Metroid. Now moving along, we have over here pretty much my favorite section of this Nintendo store themed corner, which is my collection of Nintendo Switch games and these plushies. Let's start with the plushie. What I like about this part is that the games and even the plushies themselves, they're on these official Nintendo cardboard display boxes. You get these in stores like Best Buy or Target. If you're nice enough, you can ask them. If they're empty, you can ask for them. Sometimes they say yes, sometimes they say no, because obviously when they're empty, the employees would refill them, and they usually only do get just one set of these boxes per store. And so that's why they would replenish the stock, and that's why they won't allow anyone else to just take them. But on rare occasions, they do get one or two more of these boxes, and so they are able to just give away or whatever. Just give away or give one away, or perhaps even throw them away. And so it's when you're coming in a good day and the employees are feeling good, yeah, they'll let you have one if it's allowed by the manager. But anyways, these look great, as you can see, and I was able to put all my Switch games on this particular cardboard display. And a lot of my Switch games are still sealed, as you can see, especially Shantae from Limited Run Games. I'm sure I'm not the only one that double dips when it comes to Switch games, where I buy them physically and then digitally to play. It's not one of my favorite practices, but it's something that I'm starting to move from. You know, it's just a lot of money, and I don't think it's worth it. I think we should all just be opening these games and enjoying them and having fun in the process. Now, to the very bottom of this whole corner is three cubicles, and I have several Super Nintendo mini classics over here, and then we have an NES classic, and this is something that not many people have, but then again, we are in North America, but a Famicom mini classic, which is very cool. Of course, it only came out in Japan, so I had to import that. Amazon, of course. And then in the middle cubicle, I have several unopened amiibos. I have pretty much every amiibo ever created and opened. I have them in a separate shelf, and I guess I'll make a separate video on that as well. But for now, I do have almost every amiibo open, but I ran out of space on that shelf. And so some of these amiibos, like these right here that you see before you, were never able to I was never able to open them because I don't have any more space on my shelf. And so they were just laying around, maybe under my bed or behind the television for many years, until finally I'm able to place them here, since I specifically made room for this Nintendo Switch kiosk. And on the last cubicle over here, you got one more amiibo, and also a few unopened boxes of Nintendo 2DSs. I got the Zelda Ocarina of Time 2DS and the Mario Maker 2DS. So I think these were both released on separate Thanksgiving, Black Friday weekends, and I love it. I love the 2DS, by the way. Let me know what you guys think about the 2DS. I love that tablet feeling. And the only thing I don't like about it is the mono speaker, but other than that, I love the feeling of it. And that is the bottom part of this kiosk corner. And then of course you have this side over here, and onto the kiosk itself are, of course, my Pixel Pals right over here. I'm sure every Nintendo collector or every retro gamer out there have all of these, if not more so, especially with the Street Fighter collection. You got the links, the two colored links. You have the Mario Brothers from the original Super Mario Brothers, and then the Mario Brothers from Super Mario Brothers 3, and then Mario from Mario World. I also have a couple just underneath the 4K display panel over here. I put the McDonald's Mario Kart toys underneath as well, to go along with the coin box and the mushroom and the coin over here. And then a Joy-Con. This is my own Switch. This is not the demo unit Switch, unfortunately, but that's okay. I can put in my own Switch and then play my own games on a regular basis. Have a Pro Controller over here and a holder, and this is where this area right here, as you can see, oh my goodness, a bunch of wiring, a bunch of cables. This is where the Raspberry Pi, this is where it goes to, and the Raspberry Pi unit is where the demo is played, and it's a touch screen and everything, and that would get streamed onto the panel over here. Once again, everything was stripped out when I got it. I think a lot of people that got the Nintendo Switch kiosk as well, all their kiosks were stripped as well, because Nintendo associates would come into the store and take the panel, take the Switch, and take the Raspberry Pi, and then leave the kiosk at the store, and that's the only thing that they're concerned about, and they take them back and they destroy them or what have you. and all that stuff. I don't know how much of it is true, but I'm sure it is, because these things do contain codes and they don't want anyone to get those and perhaps hack them, and who knows. But other than that, as you can see, the rest of the Switch, you have the side over here, a side trans-light material, well lit. And this one, I have 3 games being showcased. I have Super Mario 3D All-Stars, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Mario Odyssey. And if you guys have seen this particular kiosk in GameStop or Target, they occasionally change the side trans-light here. Sometimes you'll see Animal Crossing just on all like the long part of it, Animal Crossing, or sometimes it's Nintendo Labo, or it's Luigi's Mansion 3 and Zelda and Pokemon Sword and Shield. So I would like to get my hands on a couple variants of this, but for now I'm very happy because this is the most updated one. Because look, right there, this came out last September, so this is the most updated panel. And then right on top, I have a few Pixel figures, and then this awesome Triforce lamp that's well lit. As you can see, this the light comes off to the side right over here, pretty nice. And that is my original Nintendo 64 box way back in 1997 when I first got it. That's from KB Toys, I believe. I remember getting it in the mall. Yeah, see, KB Toys, $149.99. And just right underneath it is Ring Fit Adventure, because that's a nice Switch game. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, is the Nintendo Switch kiosk corner that I'm trying, or at least I tried to turn into a very store-like theme. And of course, it's right next to my wall of games. And everything from the PlayStation 1 to the Nintendo DS, PS Vita, PSP, Xbox One, 360. Got the Xbox, original Xbox, PS4, and a Master Chief statue. But we're not going to focus on these right now, and just, this is the Nintendo Switch corner. Let me know what you guys think. Personally, I love it. I like I said, I'm still in disbelief that I managed to get my hands on one. It was very tough getting it down here in the game room, and just all sorts, you know, like the headache that goes into the negotiation. But I got it done, and here I am now, and you could say that I'm living a dream, and in a sense it is. This not a lot of people will ever get this, and if you have the opportunity to get one, I'd say go for it. This is lovely. Well, there you have it, guys. That is a short tour of my video game room, and specifically focus on the Nintendo Switch kiosk I have right over here. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys trying to get one for yourself now that a few GameStops have closed? I'm sure a handful of these are out in the secondary market on eBay or Craigslist or Mercari or what have you. So I would say try to get one. Try to get one if you have the opportunity, if it's within your means. That's the most important part. If it's within your means, and if you have the space for it and means of transport, I think is well worth purchasing. It's well worth having. It's an amazing showcase for yourself, not only for yourself, but also for your friends and family. It's the best media center you're ever gonna have. I mean, look at this. It's phenomenal. I'm actually so impressed with this right now that I could easily turn this into just what I could do my future filming. This is pretty cool. I'm not gonna reshoot this. I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. I like this corner now. I could have a microphone in future videos, and we can talk about health and wellness tips and weekly updates, all sorts of things. Video game news. Everyone does like some sort of video game news nowadays, right? So, you know, like some of my favorite ones being Spawn Wave and RGT85. So probably do something like that. And in this corner, because I have a Nintendo Switch kiosk now. So like I said, it's well worth having if you have the means, if you can afford it without putting yourself in the red. So please guys, like, subscribe. I appreciate it. Let's keep this going. 2021, let's have a great year.